10 minutes, go.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, I've probably repeated myself a few times on this, but the reason why you need to have cops state their business before taking your liberty is because, I mean, this is a very clear example of why. Because, you know, I had Tim Turner, a guy with his kind of power, threatening me by email, and that's why the reason for the title of that video, the one that's got the 7,000 or whatever hits right now, views, is because this man was threatening me, and you know, and I sent that email also to Norman Jacobs, chief of police. That was, you know, not more. It couldn't have been more than a few hours before the cops pulled me over and pulled all that crap. And like I said before, the video that's impounded down in Randolph County, Illinois, is like the total smoking gun, where these cops had my house staked out, and over the course of 45 minutes while I was filming them, I asked them twice to state their business, and they would not do so. And then, you know, I basically said, you know, I'm gonna take off, and I'll come back in a couple hours, and hopefully you guys will be gone. And then that's when they pulled me over on Virginia right there, and that was the final 5 minutes of what you saw. Again, they didn't state a name, they didn't state my name, and people want to they want to beat me up from running from the cops. But you know, when you throw all those factors in there, you know, Tim Turner threatening to, and these are his exact words, he will have the authorities take care of me. That was an exact quote. And when a man like Tim Turner says he's going to have the authorities take care of you, you know, those of us in the movement who knows what kind of power this man has now, you take that kind of thing seriously. And you know, I had no other, you know, there was no way for me to know what the cops wanted me for. You know, had I known that the warrant was something bogus, and as far as the domestic goes, it's a $315 bail out of Waukesha County. Okay, the 10,000 is for all this other stuff in Rock County. So $310 or whatever. So you know, that's nothing. I mean, obviously, if that's all it was, you know, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But mainly, you know, we were supposed to have a discussion there, and I had my hands up. I had, you know, it was asserting my right to remain silent. And you know, they're supposed to have a conversation with me. They're not supposed to just smash out my window and treat me like a piece of property that they need to get their hands on. And the people out there need to decide, because you got to look at the brazenness of these cops, where, you know, they can just, you know, and somebody like me, I'm not saying I'm all that important, but what I am saying is I was pretty visible in the movement, as far as, you know, I had the YouTube going, I had Powerbang going there, and if they can take me down without even a whisper from the people, then we got to look at that and say, man, that's kind of scary, where, you know, not too many other leaders are going to step forward, you know, when they don't, you know, have any, when they don't have anybody backing them up on the outside, you know. And I do appreciate you taking my calls and getting me on YouTube, man, because, you know, that's important. But we've raised money. I mean, me, you know, Eric Nordstrom raised $250,000 for Alex Jones, you know, and you know, he was my partner at Powerbang.com, and we've been involved in a lot of other fundraising activities for other patriots in the movement. And I mean, this is, you know, I mean, this is an exponential thing. I mean, if you can, you know, raise the $10,000 for my bail, you know, somewhere, if somebody can, you know, get with Jim here, and you know, and decide to put up a chip in here somewhere. I mean, Jesus, how much is it? $20 a patriot to get me out and put me back in play. So then that's the return on that is exponential. I mean, you guys have hopefully seen the amount of work that I've done and the amount of information that I've gotten out. And you know, if you want to see that continue, then please don't sit on your butt and do nothing anymore. You know, you got to get up and make it you. It's got to be you. It's got to be the guy looking in the mirror. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. And that's what I did, and that's why I'm here right now. And I knew that at some point maybe I might be here, but I really honestly thought that you guys would put me back in play. So please do so now. I guess that's about it, man.
Okay, well, you've got 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, what else do you want to talk about? Anything on your mind? John William is right now working on trying to get an actual grand jury in the Beloit area together. If anybody from the Beloit area is interested in being
David Allen?
Yeah.
Yes, I have it.
Okay, excellent, yeah. If you can get with him, and I just talked to him this morning. He called me this morning, and thanks for your call, and tell him thanks for his call too. I already thanked him, hopefully, we can do some research and put our heads together as far as like how to get the grand jury together, how it needs to be notarized, and what needs to go to Sheriff Robert Spoden so that he has to enforce it, because obviously he doesn't want to enforce it because he's easily taking out an opponent for his seat. So that's what I'm facing, man.
All right, Christian.
It goes all the way up,
Christian.
In my county, and
Christian.
all I was trying to do is get some liberty for the people, and
Christian.
make sure that my kids are protected.
Please finish up. I need a minute or two of your time to tell you things.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, dude. It looks like they're beginning to evacuate.
Where?
Gulf.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
And I go back to our discussion on posse comitatus.
Right, I hear you, yeah.
If anything like that goes down, I will call you immediately.
Okay.
You're not going to get it off the news media, as you well know.
No, I won't, absolutely not.
But I want you to be perfectly aware we're staring civil war in the face.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I can do, where I'm at,
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you are behind enemy lines and a captive.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
And as a soldier, in a time of war, if that happens, you know your duty.
Yeah, I've known my duty, and haven't seen any ability,
Well, I would do whatever I could, Christian, but I'm a simple soldier.
Right, I know, man.
I only know how to fight.
Well, I could use some help from the outside, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, if I was to actually do my job, I would have to come there, and then you would be released.
I hear you, man.
But
well,
without...
call up David and let him tell him to call John William, and maybe something can be worked.
Well, without civil war, we can't do that.
I know that.
I still believe in law and order and civilization.
Oh, I do.
If this shit is thrown to the side, you know your duty and I know mine, and so does everyone else.
Right. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Okay, bro. 1 minute. Anything else to say?
Let's see. Not much. Yeah, if you could have Dave, either Dave or yourself or John, see if call one of the local militias in the area right here in the Winnebago, Wisconsin area, and just their thoughts on the issue.
Actually, the militias all over the country have been silent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you could, look them up on the internet or whatever and call somebody and tell them what's going on with me and see what they think.
Well, I'll probably give Dave a call today sometime.
Okay. All right, man.
15 seconds.
Calling, yeah. If you want to just call, if you want to call in the morning when you get a chance, right around this time, that's cool. And if I got nothing, I'll just say I got nothing. But if you want to just, we could just talk for a little bit,
Okay, everyone, you can call Mr. Chris Edwards yourself if you get the chance. His number is 920-233-6038 or 920-233-3731. Please give the guy a call. Show him some support.
Yeah, thanks, man. All right, brother. Thank you very much.
All love, Christian.
Okay, same here.
Peace.
All right, bye-bye.